Yo, welcome back to Jay Wiz TV. It's your host Jay Wiz. For the ones who's returning, please continue to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, hit that notification bell as well so you get this next clip. All right. Thank y'all. Welcome back. When we get into this next clip, as y'all can see on the screen, we got a poll that pretty much Vlad put up. Who was the most impactful West Coast artist? We have The Game, YG, Nipsey Hussle, and Drakeo. So let's get they take on they order pretty much, and I'm gonna give you mine as well. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Leave y'all comment too as well. What order would y'all have these artists as well being the most impactful? All right, remember, impactful. Let's go.
Made the biggest impact on West Coast rap? The Game, YG, Nipsey Hussle, Drakeo the Ruler. We're at 1,400 votes right now. Who do you think is winning?
Drakeo.
He's actually in second to last place.
Yeah?
56% said The Game.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say Game comes right afterwards. So he was very impactful when he was rapping, but didn't nobody want to be like him. You get where I'm coming from? Like, he was impactful, but it wasn't people trying to rap like Game. It wasn't people just mocking Game every move. And it might have been because social media wasn't that effective back then or efficient, whatever, to where somebody could study.
That's exactly what it is. And you know, you can't study everybody move, and you can't really just sit on the internet and study people's styles, flows, cadences, and get a glimpse into their life. You know, they didn't have that. So most impactful on that part of the stage, no, The Game was not. However, The Game was an impactful, or he showed some type of impact, holding the West Coast down in those early 2000 stages, just making sure that the West Coast stay up afloat, and we continue to stay up afloat, and they continue to make sure that they coast was on the map. You know, that's what Game did do for the West, in my opinion. Let's go.
Every move and be exactly like you, but Drakeo has 100 kids. You're listening to Drakeo when you listen to LA rap right now.
No, that's true. That's true. Like
Good point. That is true. Drakeo the Ruler created a new sound for LA to flourish to today. So without Drakeo creating this new scene and this new sound, I don't think LA will be where it's at today, or the coast itself. You know, shout out to the Bay Area as well. As we know, Drakeo had ties with the Bay Area, and they created that. You know, they kind of got that same little style and lingo too. You know, Drakeo bringing that sound to pretty much to LA and the West Coast. So without Drakeo, pretty much it wouldn't be this LA sound. So like he said, I ain't saying there's 100 Drakeos out there, you know. But I said that is true.
he had a more
Go.
in terms of stylistic, he had a bigger stylistic influence on other rappers.
Sure.
So right now, like
Not even stylistic, but flow wise, rapping wise, you know, sound wise, you know. A rebirth of West Coast or LA sound. That's what Drakeo created. Plus style.
January 5th, 3:51 p.m., you know, in LA, The Game is at 56%, Nipsey's at 29%, YG's at 5%, and Drakeo's at 10%. So it's basically Game, Nipsey, Drakeo, YG.
So I would say it would go, in my book, Drakeo, Nipsey, Game, YG. Game's accolades outshine all of them.
Well, yeah, he has multiple #1 albums.
Yeah, so
no one else
give
can
him
say
that.
this on this list.
And Chuck was raw when he first came
right,
out. He
and
was the first
he's
one.
got, you could say he's got bigger songs.
For sure.
Hate It or Love It.
For sure.
You know, like that
Yeah,
first album,
like
the documentary was.
Right. Also what The Game had, he got the accolades. You know, he was in that scene with Dr. Dre, so he had the machine behind him. You know, he was signed to a label too that already had a foundation too. You know, and they was just pushing out them units like crazy. You know, so yeah, shout out to The Game for holding his coast down and, you know, doing his part.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember I was here. See, a lot of people voting wasn't hip hop fan, wasn't right here. I was in high school.
How you know they wasn't right there that voted? He said everybody that probably voted wasn't there.
Chuck came out, it was a whole different vibe. It was like he was coming, like, cause I'm talking about mixtape Chuck. I ain't even talking about G Unit Chuck. I'm talking about when Game was first getting that hype. And I told these bone crutches in my Vine Dutchess, leave you on crutches. You know what I'm saying? 100 bar Chuck. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't it called 100 bars and running or something like
Well,
that?
he had a bunch of stuff. Yeah, when he was beefing with G Unit.
Yeah. So
He
it
had-
just,
yeah.
he went crazy. And then he held down the
That try to stink. Yeah, when he was beefing with G Unit, sidebar.
beef with 50. I don't know. Do you feel like 50's beef killed his career?
I don't think his career was killed. I think he had a great run as a rapper, and like every other. Let's just break it down numbers wise, because everyone's got opinions, but numbers are numbers. So the documentary debuted #1 on the Billboard.
So they go into numbers. Yes, the game will have the accolades in the number. He been in the industry for a long time and having a machine behind him. So if you want to know my order, this is my order. My order will go pretty much Drakeo, because he researched the West Coast scene pretty much. He laid a foundation and created a new sound for LA to flourish on as we see today. Second will be no other than Nipsey Hussle. He the blueprint. He showed us the way how to hustle, how to pretty much go through our own self and not through these labels. Grind the long way and make your money on the back end. Then after that we'll go Game, because he's an OG. He kept the West Coast on the map pretty much and did his part. Last but not least will be YG. Like I said, he only had that little party scene on the West Coast, which he came with Tuda and Buddha. It didn't really make really much of an impact, but it did create another avenue for kids to stop game banging and go the jerking route. So that is my list. Let me know what's your list in the comments. This is Jay Wiz TV.